Hello, my name is Jennifer Terri. I'm a Philippine Travel Updates. In this video, it's for foreign tourists, top questions you have in mind. I made a very detailed travel guide for foreign tourists. I suggest to watch this video first. And if you have any questions left after watching that video, then watch this video. I hope that makes sense. But let's start with the questions. First question, I am unvaccinated. Can I enter the Philippines? Depends how old you are. If you are 11 years old and younger and you are accompanied by a fully vaccinated parent or parents, then you can enter the Philippines. However, if you are 12 years old and older, let's say you are an adult, you need to be fully vaxxed to enter the Philippines. Yes, no vax, no entry for foreigners. Next question, I am a vaccinated foreigner who have recently recovered from COVID. I have natural immunity. Can I enter the Philippines? No. Having natural immunity is different from being vaccinated in the Philippines. You need to be fully vaxxed to be able to enter if you are a foreigner 12 years old and older. Next question, I have received one shot of J&J. Am I considered fully vaxxed? Yes. One shot of J&J is enough. You are already considered fully vaccinated. Next question, I was fully vaccinated in 2020. Am I still fully vaccinated, considered fully vaccinated? Do I need booster shot? You are still considered fully vaccinated and no booster shot is not required. Next question, I am an American who wants to visit the Philippines. What do I need to prepare? First up, are you fully vaccinated? Okay, yes. Next is, since you are a national of a visa-free country, United States of America is part of that 157 countries, it means you can enter the Philippines. You are given an initial stay of not more than 30 days. So for you to enter the country, these are the 6 things that you need to prepare. I explained this thoroughly in this video. Next question is, I am fully vaccinated and recently recovered from COVID. My test result is still showing positive. Can I enter with a medical certificate? Sorry, no. All foreigners must test negative before entering the Philippines. Only Filipino citizens can enter with a positive test result and a medical certificate. Again, for foreign nationals, they must test negative in a RT-PCR test before entering the Philippines. Next question. My country is not on the accepted proof of vaccination, the reciprocity list. What do I do? Well, you have to get a WHO International Certificate of Vaccination, a yellow card. This one is accepted if your country is not on this reciprocity list. Next question. I am planning to stay longer than 30 days. I have booked my return ticket for more than 30 days. Can I just show that ticket? No. You have to show a ticket, an exit ticket leaving the Philippines not more than 30 days since arrival. Do not say, oh, I have plans to extend. But I've already booked this ticket, Jennifer. No, guys. It is a requirement, so just follow it. My recommendation to satisfy this exit ticket requirement of not more than 30 days, get a throwaway ticket or rent a ticket for like, I know $15 only, or buy a cheap throwaway ticket, Manila to Singapore for 3,600 pesos with Cebu Pacific or Jetstar. Another option, or book a cancelable flight with Expedia. Just make sure that there is no charge or fee on to that, huh? So you book the ticket and you cancel it within 24 hours. So there are many options. I probably just make another video for that. Next up we have, I have an existing insurance. Can I just simply use that? 2 questions. Does it cover you in the Philippines? Yes. Next question. Does it have COVID-19 coverage of at least $35,000? If you answered both yes to those questions, you should contact your insurer, get a statement, and that should be enough as your insurance requirement in the Philippines. Next is the $35,000 insurance. I don't have that much money. What do? You don't need $35,000 in your account. The $35,000 is just a coverage. Let's say you got sick here in the Philippines, then your insurance will spend up to $35,000 for your treatment, COVID treatment. It's not your money, it's the coverage of the insurance. The insurance can be, depends how old you are and depends on the duration. Some were able to buy insurance for $20, $30, $50, depends really on your age and the duration of your stay. Of course, the older you are, the more expensive it is. Some insurances that I've heard from kababayans or from foreign tourists, Trawick International, Safety Wing, AXA, Alliance, United Healthcare, or simply Google travel insurance with COVID-19 coverage. Next is, my passport is less than 6 months valid. Can I just enter the Philippines and renew it there? Please renew your passport if they are less than 6 months valid before traveling to the Philippines. Next is, do foreign travelers entering the Philippines still have to accomplish One Health Pass? Yes, all passengers need to register to One Health Pass 3 days before arrival in the country. Next is, does the Philippines allow connecting flights? I have a flight, Los Angeles to Manila, Manila to Cebu same day. Yes, international to domestic flights are allowed since there is no more quarantine upon arrival. Just, give ample time. And don't forget to comply with LGU requirement, local government unit requirement if there is. I know majority of the country are just requiring vaccination proof. Others still have S-Pass or acceptance letter. Just check with the airline's website. I have it on the description box. And you may have to download Trace app if you're traveling domestically. Next up, we have, how many days should I allot for filing of my visa extension to avoid overstaying? Alright, so you guys are given 20 and not more than 30 days stay, right? So make sure if you're planning to stay longer than 30 days to renew your visa before it expires. So you may file your visa extension. Typically, it's 7 days before it expires. So on your 21st day in the Philippines, you can apply for extensions, but I've heard of people who were able to extend it even earlier, a week or 2 weeks after arriving in the country. They're not restrictive. You just have to go to the Bureau of Immigration office and don't forget to bring your vaccination proof. Next up, we have, what are the requirements for me to extend my temporary stay in the country? For visa extensions, just bring your passport, your vaccination proof. That vaccination proof is just required for entry into the office. Otherwise, unvaccinated people need appointment. But anyways, going back, passport, vaccination proof, a pen, a photocopy of the bio page of your passport, and cash. Many offices don't accept cards. Bring Philippine cash. Next question is from Manang. What if I want to stay longer? What is the best thing to do? I just said it. Days after arriving in the country or 2 weeks after arriving in the country, go to the Bureau of Immigration office, apply for the visa waiver. Initially, you can extend your stay up to another 30 days, and after that, you can extend 1 month, 2 months, or even 6 months. Next up is, how about from Lebanon, sis? My friend got his third shot of vaccine, but he wanted to come over, but Philippine Embassy still not give him Philippine visa. Unfortunately, visa-required nationals still need an EED to apply for a visa, which really makes it almost really impossible for them to come because EED is such a complex requirement. Yes, we are really pushing that the Philippines allow visa-required nationals to apply for a visa without an EED. Right now, the only thing that you can do if your trip is not emergency is to wait till they lift that EED requirement. Next up, we have, do we still need to have the Trace app downloaded on our phones if you're traveling domestic in the Philippines? Yes, domestic flights especially. While for Trace app international flight, if you're arriving from abroad, they're not really used anymore, although some airlines are still asking it upon check-in. Now, I suggest check your airline's website for their travel requirements to the Philippines. If it has Trace app, then simply download the app. It's not complicated app to download and register. But in the Philippines, upon arrival, it will not be used. It's not used. It's just that some airlines are not updated. That this Trace app is no longer used. I don't blame them. The government hasn't made any official announcement. Next question is, what if I'm a foreigner and fully vaccinated in the Philippines? Simple. Get your vaccination proof online at vaccert.gov.ph. Next is, I already booked my ticket. I'll be in the Philippines for 60 days and I have a round-trip ticket. I am a US citizen only, but my son, which is 11 years old, is a dual citizen. Should I still book some ticket to leave the country after 30 days? Yes, because you're not covered by balikbayan privilege. You are a foreign parent traveling with your son, a Filipino son. You are not covered by balikbayan privilege. You are under the foreign tourist EO408 category. You need the not more than 30 days exit ticket. Your son, he doesn't need it. Next question is, I am from a visa-required national, but I am living in a visa-free country. Can I come to the Philippines? So for example, you are a Pakistani, you're working in UAE. UAE is a visa-free country, but Pakistan is not. Pakistan is a visa-required country. So it's not about your location, it's about your passport. So the power of passport. If your passport is visa-free, regardless of wherever you are in the country, even if you're in China, let's say an American living in China, can come to the Philippines because he has a visa-free passport. In your case, if let's say you're a Pakistani living in UAE, your passport is Pakistan, it's visa required. So yeah, you still need a visa to enter if you are a visa required passport holder. Next is, can I fill up the one-hold pass for my fiancé? He's finding it difficult. He's more than 80 years old. Yes, your Filipina fiancé, your neighbor, your family or friend can do the registration for you as long as they have your information, travel history, personal information, basic information about yourself, your vaccination proof, and the negative test result, your vaccination information. Yes, they can do the registration as long as they send the QR code to you. As long as you have that copy of QR code, that's the only thing that is asked, and that's the most important thing. Next is, what if I don't want to wear a mask in the Philippines? First up, people here do really wear masks. I mean, I commend Filipinos. Upon arrival, I was amazed because they do really wear masks here. In your countries, you may have removed wearing of mask a long time ago, but here, mask is still a thing. If you're in the beach, yeah, people don't wear masks. But if you're like going outside on the streets, on the malls and establishments, mask wearing is a must. No mask, no entry. So if you don't want to wear a mask, then stay at home. And it also be weird, like everyone are wearing and you're not. It's just weird. Don't worry, you'll get used to wearing it again. Next is, what about CDC vaccination card from the US? Are they accepted? Yes, absolutely. US is on the reciprocity list, so whether that's national or state vaccination proof, they are accepted. And that is all for this video. I hope I have answered most of the questions. Now about domestic tourism, you guys check the airline's website or check Facebook pages of local government units of where you are going. They usually post. And if this one helped you, please leave a like on the video. Share this to anyone who has questions. Maybe this video will answer their questions. Stay safe and God bless. Welcome to the Philippines. Bye.